Welcome to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, illuminating your path. I'm Lunaria Celine, your intuitive guide.
And I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmos strategist. We bridge celestial wisdom.
To unlock your modern path. And today, well, we're diving deep again, aren't we? We're aiming to discover those guiding starlight insights.
Exploring the powerful cosmic energies around us.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how do these planetary transits actually shape your story today?
And this deep dive, it's specifically crafted for you if you happen to carry that unique signature of a Sagittarius Sun with an Aquarius Rising.
Ooh, interesting combination.
Definitely. We're pulling insights from a source titled Sagittarius Sun Aquarius Rising Men 2025, the Galactic Architect. So we're really zoning in on the cosmic weather shaping your journey in 2025.
Okay, the Galactic Architect. I like that. So for someone with the Sag Sun Aquarius Rising signature, what's the core identity? The source uses this phrase I love. The Sagittarian firebrand cloaked in the Aquarian starlight mantle. What picture does that paint?
It paints it beautifully, doesn't it? You've got the Sagittarian Sun, that big truth-seeking fire,
Oh, yeah.
always aiming for something bigger, full of that optimistic spark.
Right, the archer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, imagine cloaking that fiery spirit in the cool, kind of electric, future-focused vibe of Aquarius Rising. Your rising sign. It's your doorway to the world, how people first see you. And with Aquarius, it's often through this lens of, well, innovation, maybe a bit of detachment, and a real focus on the bigger picture, the collective.
So it's more than just the happy-go-lucky explorer. There's this overlay of something more intellectual, maybe even revolutionary.
Precisely. The source calls this blend the philosopher prophet. Your Sagittarian truth arrows, they're not just for your own enlightenment. They're aimed at, like, human potential, seeing what could be.
Ah, okay.
And your mind, thanks to that Aquarius Rising influence, is described almost like a quantum computer downloading visions of the future. You're connecting ideas others don't see, finding patterns, especially around society or consciousness.
I get that. That sad quest for meaning, but filtered through this Aquarian knack for seeing future possibilities or ideal systems. The source even links it to a core myth. Prometheus bringing fire, merged with Uranus, the sky god.
Yeah, and that merger is so telling for this archetype, Prometheus, stealing fire, divine knowledge, right, for humanity, pushing boundaries for the collective good. That's very Sag-seeking truth and sharing it.
Mm-hmm.
The Uranus, Aquarius's ruler, radical change, innovation, the higher mind. So the myth suggests you're taking that celestial insight, those Aquarian downloads, and bringing that transformative fire down to Earth, not just for you, but for everyone's evolution.
The Futurist Wayfinder. Bridging ancient wisdom, the timeless Sag truths with tomorrow's possibilities, those Aquarian visions, that's a powerful role to step into.
It really is. It perfectly captures that blend of deep philosophical searching with a very forward-thinking, innovative way of approaching life.
Okay, let's get into the cosmic weather for 2025. The transits are the key players here, shaping the story of this galactic architect. First one, the source flags, is Saturn in Pisces. It's in the 4th house, opposing the Sag Sun in the 10th. They call this karmic anchors versus quantum leaps. Sounds weighty.
It is. This is probably one of the core tensions for you this year. You've got Saturn planet of structured, disciplined reality checks moving through watery, emotional Pisces right in your 4th house.
Okay, 4th house. Roots, home, emotional foundations, family, ancestry.
Exactly. So Saturn here is basically saying, okay, time to get serious about your inner world. Build a solid emotional structure, maybe even a spiritual one. Heal those old family patterns. Create a real sense of inner security.
But it's opposing the sun in the 10th house. That's public life, career, ambition, right? Where Sag wants to shine and explore outwards.
Precisely. Your Sag Sun naturally wants to expand, be free, shout its truth from the rooftops, make its mark, But Saturn in the 4th is like this heavy anchor saying, whoa, hold on. Tend to your roots first. Deal with your inner landscape. This opposition creates what the source calls gravitational compression of your spirit.
Wow, gravitational compression.
And quantum tension.
You can really feel that pull. So the big question is, how do you chase those big outward Sag goals when there's this massive pull to go inward, deal with foundations, maybe deep karmic stuff? How do you keep the fire lit without burning down the house, metaphorically speaking?
That's the million-dollar question for this transit. It's serious evolutionary pressure. You might feel really torn ambitions pulling one way, this deep, maybe uncomfortable need to focus on home, security, inner healing pulling the other. The source even mentions feeling it physically, like pressure in the hips, the root chakra, the solar plexus, that tension between rooting down and reaching up. It's about integrating them. finding a way for that outward quest and a solid inner foundation to coexist. You need that anchor to make the quantum leap.
Makes sense. Can't build high without digging deep first. Okay, next up, Neptune in Aries, placed in the 11th house. The source calls this dissolving ego and collective action.
Right, so Neptune dreams, intuition, spirituality,
Yeah.
but also where things get kind of fuzzy, boundaries dissolve. It's moving into pioneering, fiery Aries, and it's hitting your 11th house.
11th house, groups, friends, networks, hopes, future visions. That sounds like natural territory for Aquarius Rising.
It is. So Neptune here is like adding this mystical fog or spiritual current to your already active network. It's blurring the lines, adding a dreamy quality to how you connect with groups and your future goals. The source calls it quantum entanglement of purpose.
Quantum entanglement.
Hmm?
Okay, so my personal mission gets kind of woven into the group's mission.
Exactly. Your Sag truth-seeking starts merging with this Aries drive to initiate change, but Neptune throws in a curveball. It asks you to let go of the ego part.
Meaning?
Meaning, it's less about you being the sole visionary, you being the leader with all the answers. It's more about tuning into the group mind, offering inspired service, letting the ideas flow through you for the collective, rather than it being all about your brilliant plan.
Okay, so less look at me and my vision, and more like I'm part of this flow, channeling with and for the group. That's a big shift.
It is a subtle but really powerful move towards humility and interconnectedness, even while you're driven to innovate. The somatic feeling mentioned is tingling in the crown chakra, fingertips like you're downloading collective insights and ready to channel them.
Interesting. Okay, moving along, we have the nodes. North node in Libra, south node in Aries, activating the 7th and 1st house axis. This is labeled the karmic crucible of partnership. Sound intense again.
The nodes always point to a key evolutionary journey. The south node is where we're comfortable, our default node. The north node is where the growth is, our destiny point. For you, south node is in Aries, in your first house of self, identity, how you put yourself out there.
So the default might be go it alone. The independent warrior relying on self,
Yeah.
especially with Sag fire and Aqua independence.
That's the likely pattern, yeah.
Yeah.
Fiercely independent, solo crusader vibes. But the growth edge, the north node, is over in Libra, in your 7th house.
7th house partnership, one-on-one relationships, marriage, even open enemies. So the growth is in relationship.
Exactly. It's a karmic crucible because it's forcing you, potentially uncomfortably, to learn the art of collaboration. Your Aqua Rising might prefer detachment. Your Sag Sun values freedom above all.
Right.
But the nodes are saying, nope, evolution this year happens through learning diplomacy, finding balance, genuinely co-creating with someone else. It's about merging your powerful individuality with the give and take of equal partnership.
So the soul mission isn't the point anymore. It's about figuring out how to walk alongside someone, share the vision, build together.
That's the challenge and the reward. The source notes a somatic feeling too, like an energetic bridge or tension between the third eye, your vision center, and the heart center.
Bridging that Aquarian download capability with Sagittarian craving for real connection.
Yes, bridging the intellectual insight with the vulnerability of heart-centered relating, bringing your future-forward ideas into partnership and letting partnership refine how you assert yourself. It takes real courage.
Definitely. And then the big one, arguably, Pluto in Aquarius, sitting right there in the 1st house, conjunct your Aquarius rising. Source calls this seismic shifts in identity and innovation.
Yeah, Pluto conjunct the ascendant, that's major. Pluto is transformation, death, rebirth. It digs down and excavates everything that's not authentic, revealing core power. To have it right on your rising sign in the 1st house of self.
It sounds like a complete overhaul.
It is. The source uses terms like core identity demolition rebirth. It's forcing a profound, likely irreversible change in who you are, how you show up, your whole sense of self.
Demolition rebirth sounds kind of scary. Does it mean questioning everything you thought you were?
Pretty much, yeah. It's a purge, old mask, personas, outdated ways of being. Anything not aligned with your deepest truth gets dredged up. It can feel like a crisis, like dismantling.
But there's a purpose.
A huge purpose.
Yeah.
After this intense process, the very things that maybe made you feel weird or different, that Aquarian edge, that blunt sag truth, they get forged into your superpowers.
Yeah.
It's about embodying your most potent, authentic, maybe even revolutionary self, free from old conditioning.
Wow.
The somatic experience is described as intense, energy surges, pressure in the head, like your nervous system is recalibrating, feeling like your whole aura is being rewired. It's deep transformation at the level of your very presence.
That's a lot to navigate, shedding layers to find the real you underneath.
It is. But the potential for genuine power on the other side is immense.
Okay, amidst all this intensity, are there any transits offering maybe a bit more ease or opportunity? Jupiter and Gemini in the third house is mentioned, expansion through mind and network.
Yes, Jupiter always brings some blessings. Jupiter is luck, expansion, wisdom. In your third house, communication, learning, local scene, daily mindset, it brings opportunities and ease. And it's in Gemini, the sign of ideas, curiosity, connection.
So talking, learning, networking, local stuff gets a boost, maybe some good fortune there.
Absolutely. The source calls it informational quantum flux. Ideas sparking like crazy. Casual chats turning into unexpected opportunities. Your mind is going to be buzzing. Your Aqua Rising is downloading innovations. Your Sag Sun sees the big picture. Jupiter and Gemini helps you actually talk about it, share those visions in adaptable ways, connect with people right around you.
That sounds productive. And the feeling is buzzing energy, throat, hands, temples.
Yeah, like you can feel the ideas flowing. Stay curious, keep talking. Good things can come from it.
And Jupiter isn't alone there. Uranus is also in Gemini in the third all year.
Yeah.
Uranus, the awakener.
Right. Uranus next to Jupiter just amps up that mental electricity. Expect sudden insights, unexpected conversations that blow your mind, revolutionary ideas popping up seemingly out of nowhere.
Mental lightning bolts.
Pretty much. And maybe sudden shifts in your local scene or with siblings. Embrace the unexpected flashes of brilliance.
Okay. And the feeling there is jolts of clarity.
Yeah, sudden jolts of energy like downloads hitting your nervous system.
So putting it all together for 2025, it's this intense, deep dive, inward foundations, identity work with Saturn and Pluto, but balanced or maybe contrasted by this buzzing mental energy, communication opportunities from Jupiter and Uranus.
Exactly. Plus that ongoing theme of figuring out your place in the collective with Neptune and mastering partnership with the nodes.
It's a very dynamic mix.
Definitely. Intense inner work meets heightened mental activity and major relational lessons.
To make this feel more real, the source connects it to some historical figures and cultural examples, Martin Luther King Jr. and Isaac Newton.
Yeah, resonant examples. MLK was a Sag Sun Aquarius Rising. Think about it. Powerful moral vision. Quest for justice, that's Sag. Channeled into strategic collective action, aiming to transform society, that's Aqua Rising. Prophetic voice.
Makes sense. And Newton.
Newton had placements very resonant with this combo. That relentless Sag drive to find the underlying cosmic truth, combined with an Aquarian mind capable of radical insights, building entirely new systems of thought.
So their lives show the potential, right? Your personal truth isn't just personal. Grounded and channeled, it can actually be a blueprint for change, for wider understanding.
Absolutely. It elevates the journey. It shows how this specific blend, fire and air, philosophy and innovation can really be a force in the world.
And the cultural examples, Neo from The Matrix, Kirk and Spock, M83 and Radiohead.
Yeah, fun references. Neo's the Sag Seeker waking up to reality, combined with the Aqua Rising ability to see the system beneath.
Right.
Kirk and Spock is classic. Kirk's saggy impulse to explore boldly, guided by Spock's Aquarian logic, futurism, detachment.
And the music.
M83's outro has that soaring, expansive Sag feel, while Radiohead's Kid A captures that innovative, electronic, sometimes detached Aquarian soundscape.
Yeah.
Together, they kind of paint the energetic picture.
That helps visualize it. The source also mentions tools, journal prompts, rituals, embodiment exercises.
Yeah, practical ways to actually work with these energies, not just get hit by them. Like a journal prompt asking about your definition of home, now tackling that Saturn transit. Or exploring balance and partnerships for the nodes. Maybe a new moon, an Aquarius ritual designed to align with the Pluto transformation, consciously calling in that future self. And an embodiment exercise like the Futurist's breath mentioned could help ground all those intense downloads, balance the fire and detachment, tools for integration.
So consciously engaging is key. And depending on how you navigate this, the source suggests 3 possible paths or timelines for the Galactic Architect in 2025. It's not set in stone, but potential outcomes. First is the bridge builder.
Right, this is the ideal integrated path. You meet the Saturn challenge, build that solid inner foundation, you embrace the Pluto transformation, step into true authenticity, you learn node lesson, form synergistic partnerships, you become this grounded visionary.
Able to bridge divides, old and new, different groups.
Exactly, using that unique blend of wisdom and innovation effectively, because the inner work is done, roots are strong, identity is real, connections are balanced.
Sounds like the goal. What's the second timeline, the detached ideologue?
This is where things don't quite integrate. Maybe the Pluto stuff feels alienating, so you retreat into excessive Aquarian aloofness.
Oh.
The Saturn opposition gets ignored, so the inner world is unstable. You build these amazing intellectual castles, but they've got no foundation. They're just theories in the air. The Sag fire becomes rigid dogma. The Aries South node takes over hard to partner, leading to isolation.
So brilliant ideas maybe, but no grounding, no real connection or impact.
Pretty much. Isolation, ineffective ideas, feeling disconnected because the foundational work and the relationship growth were skipped.
Okay. And the third path, the initiated networker.
This one often starts rough. Maybe a crisis, a breakdown, something that shatters the old self or worldview, Pluto and Neptune, triggering this.
So it starts with difficulty.
Often, yeah. But instead of collapsing, you consciously choose to do that deep Saturn in the fourth work. You surrender the old, commit to core healing.
And that painful initiation leads to authenticity.
For radical authenticity, yes. The crisis forces the shedding, the inner work rebuilds you stronger, truer. This then allows you to form those really authentic, equal partnerships the North Node wants. Your innovation, boosted by Jupiter-Uranus, becomes grounded, connective, collaborative. You turn personal upheaval into wisdom shared with the collective.
Emerging as a kind of networked sage.
Exactly. Someone whose own journey through the fire allows them to help upgrade the collective through their connections and presence. It's transformation forged in difficulty but shared widely.
That's a powerful arc. Shows that even the hard stuff can lead to incredible growth.
It really does. Highlights the resilience baked into this archetype, especially when that inner work gets prioritized.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what's the core message? The 2025 mandate for the Sagittarius Sun Aquarius Rising person.
The source is pretty direct. Reboot your operating system that's Pluto on your rising sign while grounding your server that's Saturn down in your fourth house roots. Fundamental upgrades require solid foundations. The call to action is engage consciously. Let Saturn solidify your inner world. Let Pluto forge that unapologetically real identity. Let Neptune connect your personal quest to something bigger, collective service. And let the nodes mature you through real partnership.
Your Aquarius Rising is the antenna picking up the future frequencies.
And your Sagittarius Sun is the power source, the energy, the optimism, the truth drive.
Integrate them. Transmit your truth not just to the future, but from it. Embody it now.
Yes. The final thought from the source is powerful. The world needs your grounded revolution.
It really does. As our cosmic journey concludes, dive deeper into your unique path. You can request your email audio reading now.
Yeah, find the link for that in the description below and explore all the episode resources and links too. All the details are waiting for you there.
Ignite, think, become.
Subscribe for more Starlight Insights. Thank you so much for joining us.